Kuzangpo, you're watching Bhutan This Week, our weekly news magazine program with me, 𝗕𝗵𝗂𝘁. Our top stories this week. His Majesty the King graced his closing ceremony of Rhododendron Festival in 𝗪𝗲𝗲𝗸. The country's economy is projected to grow at 8.5% this year, according to ADB forecast. And Bhutan sends relief team to Myanmar in the wake of recent earthquake. His Majesty the King graced the closing ceremony of Rhododendron Festival in 𝗕𝗵𝗂𝗸𝗁 on Wednesday while on a royal tour on the eastern districts.
The week-long festival, held during the peak rhododendron blooming season, promotes ecotourism, sustainable livelihoods and conservation in the highland regions of 𝗪𝗏 and 𝗧𝗵𝗂𝘁. It also serves as a platform to showcase the unique heritage of the highland community of 𝗪𝗏 and 𝗧𝗵𝗂𝘁. The festival was a unique glimpse into the 𝗪𝗏 and 𝗧𝗵𝗂𝘁 community's cuisine, arts, song and dance, clothing and way of life amid the vibrant blossoms of rhododendrons. The highland communities of 𝗪𝗏 and 𝗧𝗵𝗂𝘁 participated in the festival, working as guides and hosts, sharing their indigenous knowledge of the region's ecological and cultural heritage. His Majesty the King met with the highland community as well as visitors to the festival. 𝗕𝗵𝗂𝘁𝘁 for BBS News.
Tourists visiting Bhutan now have an additional tourism product to explore in the Himalayan kingdom. How Valley in the west is now declared as one of the high-end recreational fly fishing destinations in the country. Prime Minister 𝗕𝗵𝗂𝘁 inaugurated the tourism product during the first day of the 𝗕𝗏 Festival on Monday.
𝗕𝗏 Festival is a celebration of nomadic lifestyles, authentic Bhutanese cuisines, and traditional sports. This year's edition of the festival features 30 makeshift stalls showcasing the district's nomadic culture and local cuisines aimed at promoting sustainable tourism. For the residents of the valley, the 3-day event is an opportunity to trade their local products as hundreds of visitors attend the festival each year. Local entrepreneurs like 𝗕𝗵𝗂𝘁, who produces beetroot wine, local flour and honey, says the festival helps ease their marketing challenge.
Currently, we are unable to produce on large scale because there is no market. Moreover, we cannot advertise our products, which affects the growth of our business. When the district organizes such festival, it is an opportunity for us to showcase our products.
We make hard cheese, fermented cheese, and other crafts made of yak's fur, which we are able to sell it here. This helps us make additional income.
Our people can produce flour from buckwheat, millet, and maize. However, due to challenges in access to market, people don't grow much. Events like this would encourage them to grow more for commercial purposes.
We are able to showcase our local cuisines to the visitors, which otherwise will remain with the locals and disappear in the future.
I will tell my friends at home that they should come to Har and join the festival, the Spring Festival.
According to records with the district administration, over 40 tourists participated in last year's edition of the Spring Festival. The number is expected to rise with the first day of the festival drawing in more than 20 tourists. With the district now declared as a high-end fly fishing destination, Ha is expected to attract more tourists. The 27-kilometer catch and release zone, home to snow trout and brown trout, begins from 𝗕𝗵𝘂𝘁 and stretches till 𝗕𝗵𝗂𝘂𝘁. It is launched to promote ecotourism. The district livestock sector proposed the idea which the 𝗕𝗵𝘂𝘁 endorsed last month. A working group will study its economic benefits, develop riverside infrastructure, and prepare for full operation soon. The zone will use eco-friendly gears and train local guides in high-end fly fishing. For 𝗕𝗵𝘂𝘁, this is 𝗕𝗵𝘂𝘁, BBS News.
Prime Minister 𝗕𝗵𝘂𝘁𝘁, addressing the 6th BIMSTEC summit in Bangkok on 4th April, urged member states to accelerate regional integration, climate action and connectivity. He called for a more results-driven approach as he reflected on the slow progress of the organization.
Opening his speech with condolences to Thailand and Myanmar following last week's earthquake, the Prime Minister emphasized the need for a joint disaster response mechanism. The Prime Minister said such natural disasters call for the urgent need for regional unity in fostering resilience and preparedness. Reflecting on BIMSTEC's nearly 3-decade journey, he noted that progress has been slow and achievements have fallen short of ambition. He called for concrete action and stressed the importance of finalizing the BIMSTEC free trade area. He also highlighted Bhutan's leadership in climate action, citing its carbon-negative status and initiatives such as the G0 Forum. He urged fellow BIMSTEC members to prioritize environmental cooperation and climate resilience. On connectivity, he emphasized digital infrastructure as key to inclusive growth. He also supported improved maritime, rail, and air links to boost trade and people-to-people ties. He invited member countries to collaborate on 𝗕𝗵𝘂 Mindfulness City project, a visionary project championed by His Majesty the King. As BIMSTEC charts its path towards the 2030 vision, Bhutan's message delivered by the Prime Minister was clear. Shared challenges demand shared solutions, and the time to act is now. For Pema Thong in Bangkok, Sringzam, BBS News.
Bhutan's economy is expected to grow at 8.5% this year, according to the Asian Development Outlook released on Wednesday. The Asian Development Bank's report revealed that the growth is driven by major hydropower projects and a recovery in the tourism sector.
According to the Asian Development Outlook, the industry sector will be the key driver of the country's economic growth, contributing nearly 19% this year. This increase is attributed to the commissioning of the Punachanchu Hydropower Project 2 and the start of construction of the Khollochu Hydropower Plant this year. However, the industry sector is likely to experience decelerated growth by next year, slowing overall economic expansion. This is because the contributions from the hydropower projects is expected to decline compared to the initial surge from the commissioning and construction. With international tourist arrivals on the rise, the outlook forecasts the tourism sector to grow by almost 5%. Moreover, the agriculture sector is expected to continue to grow, boosted by forestry and logging activities. The government's decision to permit timber exports from the beginning of this year is expected to further support the growth in the sector. The inflation rate in the country is expected to rise to 3.4%, an increase of 0.6% as compared to last year. The inflation will be caused by increasing food prices. The ADB report also states that the country's economy grew by 5.5% last year, up from 4.9% in 2023. The growth was mainly due to an increase in public investment and forestry activities, which helped the agriculture sector grow. For 𝗕𝗵𝗂𝘁𝗵𝗀, PBS News.
It is a promise that has been made not once, not twice, but 3 times by 3 different governments. Yet the people are still waiting. The much anticipated Mao River Bridge in 𝗕𝗵𝗂𝗁, a crucial link for the community, has remained just that, a promise. But now there's finally hope that things might be different.
Meet 𝗕𝗵𝗂𝗁 from 𝗧𝗵𝗂𝘁. He is on his way home after shopping in 𝗕𝗵𝗂𝗁 town. For decades, people like him have been relying on makeshift bridges to cross the Mao River during dry months. But when the river soils, they're left with no choice than to take long detours via the 𝗕𝗵𝗂𝗁 highway. And that has been a ritual for people of 𝗧𝗵𝗂𝗁, 𝗵𝗂𝗁, 𝗕𝗏𝗁 and 𝗕rjong for years now. With plans to construct the bridge confirmed, people are excited and beaming with hope.
I think the bridge construction is definitely happening now. The area survey is done and a new road has been built up to 𝗕𝗏𝗁. I'm really happy it's finally taking shape and I look forward to commuting across the bridge soon.
Past governments promised to build the bridge, but it never happened. This time though, I'm quite confident the construction will finally go ahead.
Once the bridge is built, it will make things so much more convenient for us, and we won't have to worry about encountering elephants anymore.
This is the preliminary design. It will be a concrete bridge stretching a little over 1 kilometer. The construction will cost around nearly $59 million. The bridge will have 2 lanes of traffic in each direction with a provision for the pedestrian on one side. The Mao River Bridge is one of 4 bridges to be constructed along the 14-kilometer-long 𝗕𝗵𝗂𝗁 road project. The designs will be finalized in a meeting with the World Bank next month.
We started around August 2024, and as of now we have more or less completed the preparatory reports. The first one being the environment and social impact assessment, second one the feasibility report, and the third one preliminary design.
And the bridge will be wildlife friendly.
Considering the potential impact on the wildlife, especially the elephant, the design will consider the wildlife crossings under the bridges. And under the bridges, like for instance, the Mao River has the provision of elephant crossing of about 250 meters underneath the bridge.
The 6-year project worth $300 million will begin in July this year. Well, it might take another few years, but the wait for the Mao River Bridge seems to be finally coming to an end. With additional information from Karmawadi, Devika Pradhan for BBS News.
Bhutan has extended humanitarian assistance to Myanmar following the devastating earthquake that struck the region recently. A 40-member advance team comprising medical professionals and multi-sectoral specialists were deployed to Myanmar on 1st April along with relief materials upon the royal comment of His Majesty the King.
The team, working in coordination with Myanmar's Ministry of Health and Disaster Management authorities, established a fully functional field hospital in 𝗵𝗂𝗁 Township, one of the 8 townships in the 𝗕𝗏𝗂𝗁 Union Territory. They commenced medical services since yesterday, augmenting the government's relief efforts. An additional 47 personnel were deployed today via a special Drukair charter flight from Paro International Airport, along with a fully functional operation theatre with all allied services. This contingent includes medical specialists, 𝗕𝗵𝗂𝘁 and additional 𝗕𝗵𝗂𝘁 to enable fully independent and self-contained relief operations. Local authorities and the affected communities have expressed a deep gratitude for Bhutan's timely assistance and the highly professional services rendered by the Bhutanese team members at all levels. 𝗕𝗵𝗶𝘀𝘁, BBS News.
For over a decade, community centers have been a lifeline for residents of remote kyoks, bringing essential services to their doorsteps. However, over the past few years, frequent change in parent organization has created confusion and uncertainty among the public and staff keeping these centers running. During a consultation for public hearing by the National Assembly's Good Governance Committee in 𝗵𝗂𝗶𝘀, people of 𝗕𝗵𝗂𝗀𝗃 raised the need to ensure uninterrupted service delivery. In 𝗕𝗵𝗂𝗃, residents recently gathered for a public consultation meeting led by the Good Governance Committee of the National Assembly. The goal is to improve community center services and provide much-needed stability. The confusion surfaced as the parent organization of the community centers kept changing. The center was initially under the Bhutan Post and later taken over by the Bhutan Development Bank Limited and the Cottage and Small Industries respectively. Currently, the centers function under the respective 𝗕𝗚𝗃 administrations following directives from the Public Service Delivery Division under the Office of the Prime Minister. The staff running these centers are now requesting the Good Governance Committee to place them permanently under the Public Service Delivery Division through the RCSC.
We
remember the community center used to offer money transaction services. We need that resumed along with reliable mail delivery service. Resuming these services would greatly benefit our community.
Currently, we must travel to the district administration for services related to land term. If printing services are available here, it would save us considerable time and expense. Also, providing legal stamps would be incredibly helpful for agreements in our villages.
The issue has also led to interruption in service delivery with operators confused about whom to report to when machines broke down and needed maintenance.
We would be grateful to be placed under the Public Service Delivery Division. Direct placement would avoid the problems we faced in the past when changes in government led to uncertainty. We are still worried today.
We face numerous challenges. There is no clarity for repairing equipment and we often struggle to replenish essential supplies like paper and toner. This hinders our ability to provide timely service.
The Good Governance Committee said they recognize the vital role of community centers, adding that the committee will take these concerns seriously.
This year's public hearing aims to provide permanent solutions, ensuring stability for the centers and consistent service for the public.
Community centers are the closest point of contact for delivering services to our citizens. While they currently operate under the 𝗕𝗚𝗃 office, we also have the Public Service Delivery Division within the Prime Minister's office.
The Good Governance Committee will conduct the public hearing on public service delivery in August. Public hearing is a meeting where government officials listen to the opinions, concerns and suggestions of the public on important issues, laws or policies. It allows citizens, experts and stakeholders to share their views before decisions are made. For Teledoji in 𝗵𝗂𝗀𝗃, Namgidem, BBS News. With the warmer climate in the highlands now, students of Linji Lower Secondary School might have an extended academic year. Residents and local leaders proposed an early opening and a later closing of the school, which the recent Thimphu Dzongkhag endorsed. With warmer temperatures and less severe winters, residents believe extending the academic year could improve the academic performance of their children. Currently, the academic year for Lingji Lower Secondary School runs for about 7 months from mid-March to mid-November. This is about 1 month lesser compared to schools in warmer places in the country. The new proposal suggests opening the school from 1st March and closing at the end of November to improve learning outcomes. According to 𝗕𝗵𝗂𝘁, the need for teachers to travel to Thimphu for training and meetings further shortens the already limited academic period.
Students in grades 6 and 8 are required to take board examinations, but only 30 to 40% pass the exams. Many parents believe the limited school hours may be the significant factors contributing to this low success rate.
The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change's 6th Assessment Report, published between 2021 and 2023, stated that mountains in Asia will likely keep getting warmer because of climate change. The higher the mountains, the faster the temperature was expected to rise. Moreover, according to NCHM's latest climate change projection report, the high mountain glaciers located in Gasa, Bumta, Wandipodra, Thunsi, Thimphu and Ha are projected to melt faster due to rising summer temperatures. Lingji residents also said that climatic conditions have changed, with snowfall now melting within days instead of months as in the past.
Due to climate change, we do not experience too much cold as in the past. Therefore, I think it would be helpful for our children if the school could be opened early and closed late. They will be able to study better with long duration in school.
The school currently has 60 students and 10 teachers. Teachers hold extra classes on weekdays, weekends and holidays to make up for the lost time.
We currently take extra classes after schools and on Saturdays and Sundays to cover the syllabus. If the timing could be changed, we will not have to do it.
Additionally, the GUP proposed conducting board examinations at the school itself. Currently, students travel for 5 days to Thimphu to sit for exams. While parents and teachers support the idea, education officials expressed concerns over the security of delivering question papers to the remote Gyeok. The Dzongkhag Chokdo decided to submit both the proposals to the Education Ministry for approval. Well, the signs of climate change are no longer distant forecasts. They are part of daily life in Lingji. For this community, adapting to a warming world means rethinking traditions, including how and when their children go to school. 𝗕𝗵𝗂𝘁, BBS News. That is all we have for this week. Thank you for watching.